I'd like to welcome everybody to the Planning and Economic Development Committee meeting November 8th, 2023, 6:01. Do I have a motion for approval of minutes from October 18th?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Ayes have it. Privilege of the floor. Do we have anybody? Privilege of the floor? Nope. Okay. Moving ahead. First resolution. Anybody here to speak about that? All right.
It's a big deal.
Okay. Welcome, welcome. If you guys could please introduce yourselves for the audience.
Nate Aldrich, Economic Development Coordinator.
Stephanie Nick, Special Projects Coordinator.
And James Feldman from the County Executive's Office.
Okay, all three of you look familiar.
Mr. Chairman, as you know, this resolution was tabled last year because there was a question from the committee about prior funding for this vendor and for this project via the 3% occupancy tax program. We went back and looked through our records. There's no record of funding Merit Estate Winery or the, it's now the Craft Beverage Festival, but it was historically a wine festival. We have no record of funding that via the and we also did not find any resolutions approving any funding. However, we did, with the assistance of Kitty Crow, find that it was funded what appears to be local share dollars out of our department budget in 2009, 2010, and 2011. So just wanted to provide that update to you.
All right. Anybody else have anything to add?
Just I know that the County Executive has been in contact with Merit Wineries and is supportive of this resolution. And we, want to thank Nate and the Law Department and Kitty for all the work they did looking this up. I know we had some questions last month, so I think we were able to find some of those answers for you guys.
Okay, great.
Mr. Chair?
Yep.
So 2011 was the last time that the county provided
Yes.
funding? Okay,
But it wasn't through the occupancy tax program.
sure.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, anything to add back there?
No, I appreciate the research that was done, because there was indications in discussion that they had been funded by the occupancy tax program previously, so appreciate the research that was done. My only concern with this is paying after the fact, but
Okay. All in favor, signify by saying. Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I believe you need a motion to take it from the table
Yes.
before you can
yes.
put it to a vote.
Okay. So do I hear a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is that it? Now we can vote it. All right. So I'll read the resolution. Authorize the use of Chautauqua County 3% occupancy tax reserve funding for Merit Wineries America's Grape Country Craft Beverage Festival. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Resolution is approved. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Are you people, the second resolution is to amend the 2023 budget to purchase promotional items for the 2024 total solar eclipse using funding from the 3% occupancy tax reserve.
Yes, so I believe as this committee is likely aware, next year, April 8th, there'll be a total solar eclipse. And I know the county executive and Noel Gutman, Emergency Services Coordinator, among others, are preparing for that, both the public safety side and the tourism side. The Visitors Bureau, Chamber, and others are involved. The county executive has asked us to look into purchasing solar safety glasses, which is both a public safety component as well as a publicity opportunity. We're expecting Again, no way to actually know, but tens of thousands, if not over 100,000
Wow.
visitors to the county next year. We have a very healthy balance in our 3% occupancy tax reserve. And this is a project the county executive to charge our department with looking into. Stephanie's working with purchasing department to acquire several thousand cardboard glasses for that day. So if there's any specific questions, Stephanie has been doing the research and looking at quantities and costs, but something the county executive would like us to prepare for now in advance of that event.
I take it Chautauqua County will be on these glasses somewhere?
It will
or-
have the county seal logo on the side, and potentially, I'm still waiting to hear back, it will also say CHQ on the side.
Okay, great.
So what is the means for distribution of these? Because I know there's a lot of agencies, schools that are, municipalities that are buying them. So like, has there been any research into, are we overlapping services here? Are we going to have like thousands of extras of these or?
It doesn't seem like there are a lot of big orders yet in Chautauqua County. I know Erie County has purchased them as a county, Niagara County has done the same. So I think having a stock as a county, especially with the largeness of the event, we're in the path of totality, which is something that happens once every 100 years or so.
It's huge.
And so we're looking at a local vendor. It's about 66,000 pairs of glasses. I'm not sure exactly the distribution route at this point.
We'll be coordinating with the county executive's office. I imagine they will be taking the lead with our assistants. And we'd also partner with the Visitors Bureau and Chamber to distribute them to hospitality businesses and other organizations.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Sure.
Jamie had mentioned the school districts. I assume a lot of school districts will be shut down. That day will be off. I don't know what the county's gonna do. Does anybody know that? Will the county employees be at work that day? Don't know. But my point being is there a collaborative effort within Chautauqua County from the schools, the towns, the colleges, visitor bureaus? I mean, is there one lead?
I don't know.
If this is such an amazing event, and there's a lot of time in front of us yet.
So from a public safety aspect, I know Noel Gutman has
Okay.
been taking a lead on that. He's been meeting with the sheriff's department, and they kind of been reaching out and touching to different areas across the county, different organizations, and the plan is to kind of start bringing more of them together. And then from the kind of tourism aspect, I know
Sure.
the Visitors Bureau does have a landing page on their website, and they're kind of facilitating, a list of where there's gonna be events, where, and all of that kind of stuff, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm more on the economic
Yeah. yes.
exposure of the county, and it would be appreciated, it would be great if, I don't know how that's networked within the supervisors within the county, but the economic development side of Chautauqua County is an amazing opportunity, and you guys are probably all over it. Your foot's on the pedal right now going forward, but
I wasn't able to attend, but last week the Chamber of Commerce
Yes.
hosted a business
I
builder
mentioned that.
workshop along with his Visitors Bureau. Noel Gutman was in attendance just to inform the business community to be prepared, and Noel was there to provide the public safety input as well.
thank you.
Dan Heizenreiter actually sent me the link for the presentation. It's an hour long. It's probably, I know Noel was there. It might be something worth putting up on the website. It's really more about like business opportunities, but it's also contains a lot of information on what's going to be happening. So, maybe on the county executive website,
Yeah.
there should be.
I can definitely pass that along to our media information officer, Justin Gould, and I think that would be something appropriate for him to work on disseminating through the county website and also our social media platforms.
Yeah. And is there going to be a state of emergency that day?
I'm not sure about that as of yet. I know the county executive has spoken with the county attorney about options of what will happen
What day of the week is it?
Monday.
some Monday.
Monday.
Hope I'm here. I know it's supposed to be out of town.
I know.
Yeah,
Could rent
so
your
I
house out
don't-
for like $4,000.
At this point, there hasn't been any firm decisions one way or the other, but I know the county executive, the county attorney's office are
research.
looking at all options of, you know, what would be best for our county employees that day, what would be best for our county residents.
I mean, there's a lot of fragmented things that are going on. I know like the airport's having something in a lot of the restaurants, and there's just really nothing, like John said, to kind of pull it all together and provide an experience for those that are going to be here, at like 100,000 or
Yes,
more
it-
people.
So one thing I can say from one of our last Visitors Bureau Board of Director meetings, so like I said, there is going to be a landing page on their website, which is going to be a list of every single event that'll be going on for the eclipse, and then there actually is some Visitors Bureau staff who is going to be working with some of the bigger groups that are coming in. So, you know, if they're coming in on Thursday or Friday, they'll try to set them up with different tours in the county the entire time they're here, so that instead of just, you know, lounging around trying to find something to do, they'll have an itinerary and hopefully go to more of our attractions, you know, like the comedy center or stuff like that, just to, you know, really hit the entire hospitality industry here.
Good. It's going to be a great event.
And it goes without saying that it's gonna drive some additional sales tax and occupancy tax revenue, so.
Great. Good. Sounds like you guys.
Mr. Chairman, I've been attending the meetings that emergency services have been having on this, and to Noel Gutman's credit, he's the one who started really bringing attention to this months and months ago. And the implications of this event are enormous. If you could envision, we could have 100,000 more people in this county on that day.
Double
And
population.
you could envision that roads will be blocked. And we'll have large groups of people at numerous locations around the county, at the airports, at Long Point State Park, at Lake Erie State Park, all these places. And where's the security for those events? And if something happens, an emergency happens at that event, and the roads are blocked, how do emergency services get there? How does law enforcement get there? And then you start factoring in the implications to even the community that is not traveling or the visitors, when you consider that in other places, when they've had these events, the gas stations run out of gas. The pharmacies run out of medications. Grocery stores run out of food. Restaurants run out of food. You know, the implications of this event are far, far reaching. And to Noel's credit, he's been working feverishly to try and address these safety and emergency services implications for the county, which are staggering. And then to try and also help promote the event to the rest of the community to take advantage from the economic development perspective that John, I appreciate you're focused on in this committee. But we really, it's an enormous challenge, and it's an enormous opportunity for the county all at once. And so it definitely needs more resources dedicated to it. And, you know, Noel's doing a marvelous job, working tirelessly to try and address what he can address, as well as promoting it for the county.
Is it seen as a weekend event, basically, because
And they're
it's a
trying to
Monday?
do it like Thursday to Tuesday. It's like come instead,
Yeah.
come, what is there, there's like a logo, come early, stay late, or something like that.
If you're planning on leaving the event when the event is concluded, you probably are not going to be happy.
No.
Mr. Chair, should we make a recommendation that some more horsepower be given, or an opportunity through the county executive's office to help Noel and the law enforcement safety aspect, but also the economic aspect of this, the impact on this? It's just something I'm going to throw out there. There's still plenty enough time. We're in early November, and but it's just a suggestion.
So like
And,
a
you-
vote
you-
of confidence, is that what you're saying?
Well, just should we as a body, and should the county executive, should there be additional help given to the planning aspect, to be prepared should there be a lead agency. This is one and done. This is a one and done thing, for all of us here anyway.
I would think that they would come to us to ask for additional funds. Is that what?
Not only funds, but the actual boots on the ground preparing for this. Each one of these department heads are already busy. Okay, they're already consumed with the day-to-day. But for this event, that's just my 2 cents. I don't know how that mechanism, how that channels, but I know I certainly would be behind looking at additional help, whatever it would may be, to make sure that this event and the safety aspect, one, but two, the economic impact. So, thank you.
It's about more than glasses, I guess.
Yeah, it's more than glasses.
Okay. Okay. And we, so for the resolution, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Ayes have it. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Sounds exciting. It really does. A lot of work. Nate, are you willing to?
Sure.
Just enlighten us a little bit about some great news that you've received?
Yes, before I do that, I just wanted to give this committee a preview to hopefully next month. We'll be coming back to you with a number of resolutions for 2024 contracts approval. But we're also, at the instruction of the county executive, we'll be coming back to you with a request to appropriate additional dollars from the 3% reserve. We've had, due to conservative budgeting during COVID, and revenues exceeding expenditures, like I mentioned, the current balance is over $720,000. So the county executive has charged us with coming up with some strategic projects and initiatives in partnership with the Visitors Bureau, Parks Division, and DPF and others. So just to give you a preview, we'll be coming back to you next month.
Okay. Great.
And then regarding the good news, we just wanted to report to the committee, as you probably saw last week, we were awarded through the CCIDA $5.25 million from the Empire State Development Fast New York program for shovel-ready site development. So coupled with that award and resources that the legislature has approved through the capital budget and 3 separate ARPA allocations, among other funding, we've been able to cobble together through National Grid, CCIDA itself. We are close to $13 million secured in about a $16 million project, which would
Wonderful.
include
Wow.
acquisition of nearly 150 acres and construction of a roadway and the requisite site utilities, environmental due diligence, permitting, et cetera. So I think that's a big win, and we still have a little bit of work to do, but we also have some creative scenarios in mind to still move forward, even if we're not able to secure that full 16. So we'll be happy to report back next month or the following month with more details, but did want to share that news with this group.
Are you at liberty to tell us where the site is?
Yes, it's on Shortman Road in Ripley. Yeah.
And Nate, you also have another grant outstanding or potential?
Yes, we're working through the Southern Tier West Regional Planning and Development Board. Chautauqua County's been allocated $1.3 million total from, Pierre, help me out, the Inflation and Jobs Act.
I'm not sure.
It's some acronym that
Sounds good.
Yeah.
has lost on me right now, but we're seeking $1 million of that to add to that. That's included in the 13 that I mentioned, but.
Great. Wow.
Good.
Exciting project.
And I also wanted to mention too, resource dependent, we don't want to stop at just the Ripley site. Where, as you know, we did a comprehensive analysis of sites throughout the county, spent 3 years looking at a number of criteria and factors, and trying to make other sites across the county shovel ready as well. So.
Wonderful. You got anything?
That's a great endorsement by the state of this project.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Wow. Wonderful. All right. Anything else? Any questions? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kevin?
Jen, could you be here in the morning?
Yes.
Thanks.
Um,